Welcome back to The Deep Dive, the place where we distill complex information into surprising facts and actionable insights, all tailored just for you. Today, we're plunging headfirst into a topic that isn't just part of success, it's the bedrock upon which all success, both personal and professional, is built. Communication.
It really is foundational, isn't it?
Absolutely. Think about it for a moment. From that quick chat with your coffee barista to a high-stakes presentation that could, define your career. From the most intimate conversation with a loved one to navigating those really intricate dynamics of a global team project, communication is this invisible thread that just binds everything.
It's the engine, really, the engine of human connection, the catalyst for innovation. And often, let's be honest, it's the key to unlocking true understanding and avoiding a whole lot of unnecessary frustration.
Exactly. And for you, our incredibly curious listener, whether you're maybe prepping for a huge meeting, trying to get up to speed fast in a new field, or you just have that amazing hunger for learning, mastering the art of expressing yourself effectively, and just as importantly, genuinely understanding others, it's not just helpful, it's an absolute game changer.
Yeah, what's truly compelling here, I think, is just how universal and timeless this whole idea is. When we talk about effective communication, it's so much more than just like mechanically passing information back and forth.
Right.
It's really about actively forging genuine connections. It's about cultivating mutual understanding and skillfully navigating the incredibly complex web of human interaction.
Yeah.
And look, in today's world, we're just bombarded, aren't we? With
Yeah.
information, opinions, messages, constantly.
Oh, relentlessly.
The sheer volume is dizzying. It can be overwhelming. So in that kind of environment, the ability to really articulate your own thoughts clearly, to get your intentions across precisely, and crucially, to genuinely grasp what other people are trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not just an advantage anymore. It becomes an invaluable, absolutely essential asset.
Indispensable.
Yeah, it's the bedrock of successful collaborations, of those deep, satisfying relationships that make life richer.
That idea of genuine connection, it really hits home. And that's exactly what we're aiming for today. We've sifted through insights from a whole range of experts, communication theory, psychology, sociology, even leadership bestsellers. Good to bring you 10 essential tips. And these aren't just like abstract ideas for a textbook.
No, definitely not.
They're practical, they're designed to be easy to apply. Our mission today is to dive deep into these powerful ideas, explore what they really mean, and figure out how they can fundamentally transform your interactions. Often you'll start seeing improvements almost straight away.
And we really mean deep dive. We're not just going to skim the surface with the checklist.
Good.
The goal is to get beyond the what and dig into the why and the how. We'll look closely at not just what the tips are, but the psychology, the social dynamics that make them so effective. We'll explore how they connect, how they reinforce each other to create this holistic approach to communicating better. And most importantly, we want to give you practical ways to integrate them meaningfully into your actual life. Not just think about them. Expect some aha moments.
Yeah. Those moments where it just clicks. Because you're right, effective communication is holistic. It's so much more than just the words you say. This deep dive will cover everything from, how you truly listen, how you prepare your thoughts, the specific words you choose, the signals your body sends out, maybe without you even realizing it, and critically, the emotional intelligence you bring to every single interaction.
It's the whole package. Internal landscape, external behaviors,
Yeah.
all geared towards connection.
Exactly. So let's kick things off. Our first section focuses on what we see as the absolute foundation, inner and outward awareness.
The foundation, inner and outward awareness.
Okay, so our very first tip. Many experts call this the most foundational one. Listen more than you speak. Now, on the face of it, that sounds, simple, obvious even.
Right. Easier said than done, though.
Totally. For many of us, it's a real ongoing challenge. Genuine communication, the kind that builds bridges, it truly starts when you prioritize hearing the other person. Not just waiting for your turn to jump in, or worse, mentally rehearsing your clever response while they're still talking.
We all do that sometimes, don't we? That internal monologue.
Oh, constantly. It just hijacks our attention. We get stuck in our own heads, thinking about what we'll say next, framing our point. And that internal chatter, it's a huge distraction. It literally puts up a barrier, stops us from catching the nuances, the unspoken stuff, the full message the other person is trying to get across.
It really does impede authentic connection. And what's fascinating here from almost a neurological standpoint, is the profound impact that active listening has on building trust, building rapport, When you give someone your full attention, you're sending this incredibly powerful nonverbal message. You matter. Your perspective is important to me. It's not just politeness. It taps into a fundamental human need to feel validated, understood. Research even suggests feeling heard can trigger positive responses in the brain, like releasing oxytocin.
Wow, really? Yeah.
Fostering safety, connection. It benefits the speaker, sure, but it strengthens the whole relationship. And for you, the listener, you gain much deeper insights. You go beyond the surface words to grasp the underlying motivations, the concerns, maybe the emotions they're not even stating directly.
So you get that empathetic accuracy you mentioned.
Exactly. Your own responses then become sharper, more meaningful, because they're truly informed.
Okay, so moving from the idea to the how-to, how do we actually do this better in everyday life? Coaches often say, make eye contact, nod, and avoid interrupting. Let's break that down a bit.
Yeah, the practical steps.
Right, good eye contact.
Yeah.
It's not that intense stare down, is it? That can feel aggressive.
Definitely not. It's more of a soft, engaged gaze. Shows you're present. It's okay to look away briefly to think, then reconnect.
And nodding. It seems so small, but it's powerful nonverbal feedback.
It is. A little nod says, I'm with you, I'm tracking, I get that point, without saying a word. Often goes with an open posture, maybe leaning in slightly. Shows you're receptive.
And then the big one, discipline.
What?
Avoiding interruption. That urge to jump in.
Oh, it's strong. Especially if you think you know where they're going or have a brilliant counterpoint ready.
Exactly. It takes real patience to let them finish their entire thought, even if it feels like you're losing control of the conversation tempo.
That's a crucial point. And what's interesting is how these practices build on each other. When you nail these active listening parts, you'll find your own contributions become way more impactful because you've actually absorbed their full message, emotional resonance and all. Your responses are tailored, relevant, powerful. Think about a team meeting. Imagine Alex, the project manager, constantly cutting people off, finishing their sentences. How does that feel for the team?
Demoralizing. Disrespectful, probably.
Right. Fosters resentment, undermines trust.
Yeah.
Now picture Alex patiently listening, letting everyone speak fully, processing it, and then offering a thoughtful response that clearly builds on what was said. The difference in perceived respect, effectiveness, even leadership quality. It's huge.
Night and day.
That's the power of really listening more than you speak, seeking that empathetic accuracy.
Okay, building right on that idea of internal processing, our second tip is closely linked and just as vital.
Okay.
Think before you speak.
Intentionality.
Yes, it's not about being hesitant or unsure, it's about being deliberate. The power of that pause. It's huge. We live in this culture that often rewards quick answers, right? Instant reactions.
The speed seems valued over substance sometimes.
Exactly, but that moment of silence before you respond, it isn't awkward, it's strategic. It's giving your brain that crucial space to actually compose your thoughts instead of just blurting out the first thing that pops into your head. Because that quick, unthinking response often leads to cleanup later.
You've really hit on something powerful there. Communication experts consistently stress this. A conscious pause can prevent a whole chain reaction of misunderstandings, even conflict. It connects directly to cognitive processing. That pause engages your prefrontal cortex, the executive function part of your brain.
The thinking part.
Right. It lets you override those instant, maybe emotional, amygdala-driven reactions, and instead you formulate something more reasoned, strategic, constructive.
Yeah.
And this is so important because, like the saying goes, once words leave your mouth, you can't take them back.
So true.
They're out there. A poorly chosen word, a hasty comment, an emotional outburst. It can unravel trust, start fights, or just muddy your meaning. That pause is your last chance to refine.
Okay, so how do we build this habit? Because pausing feels unnatural sometimes, especially if there's pressure.
It does take practice. Simple techniques help. Pause, breathe, and then respond with clarity.
Pause, breathe. Sounds basic.
It is, but consciously taking a deep breath actually interrupts an emotional surge. It's like a micro reset for your brain. Doing this repeatedly builds self-control. You move from reacting automatically to consciously choosing your response.
So fewer of those moments where you think, oh, why did I say that?
Exactly. Reduces those reactive comments you wish you could instantly retract.
And beyond avoiding mistakes, what's the positive projection?
Well, this deliberate approach projects an incredibly strong image. Thoughtfulness, composure, self-mastery. When you consistently respond with consideration, people see you as calm, intelligent, in control of the conversation, and yourself.
Like Alex, the project manager, facing a crisis. A rushed, panicked comment creates more anxiety.
But if Alex pauses, breathes, then delivers a measured response, instills confidence.
Right.
And it's not just about appearances. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it massively reduces the need for backtracking later. Clarifications, apologies. Think how much time and energy gets wasted explaining what you really meant after saying something in haste. Thinking first streamlines everything, makes interactions more efficient, more respectful.
That moment of silence.
Yeah.
Truly golden.
Oh.
Okay, let's move on.
Crafting your message, clarity, and expression.
All right, we've laid the foundation with awareness. Now let's get into crafting your message for real impact. Tip number 3 is all about being clear and concise.
Seems obvious, but it's surprisingly tricky.
It really is, especially in professional settings, right? There's this unspoken idea sometimes that using complex language or long sentences makes you sound smarter.
The complexity equals intelligence myth. Yeah.
We feel pressure maybe to use jargon or sound impressive, but the absolute truth is communication isn't about showing off big words. It's about being understood.
Clarity is a gift to your listener.
It truly is. You're respecting their time, their mental energy when you're clear and direct.
And this raises a really important point about cognitive load. We often underestimate how much mental effort we ask of our listeners.
Right.
Every extra word, every bit of unexplained jargon, every convoluted sentence, it forces them to work harder just to decode your message.
And people only have so much mental bandwidth.
Exactly. Often, not enough. Psychology research is clear. Simpler, direct language reduces that load, boosts comprehension, boosts retention. As the experts say, the clearer you are, the stronger your message becomes. It's not just about basic understanding, it's about impact, making sure your key points actually land and stick.
Without getting lost in a fog of words.
Precisely.
So the practical advice: get to the point, use simple language, and avoid long, complicated explanations. This means really identifying your core message. What's the one thing you absolutely need them to grasp?
Laser focus.
Then ruthlessly cut everything else. Think about industry jargon, those acronyms and buzzwords we use with colleagues.
Instant barrier if your audience isn't in the know.
Right. Or using overly academic phrasing when a simple word works better. It's about being accessible, not exclusive.
Absolutely. And there are techniques for conciseness. Identify that core takeaway. Edit ruthlessly. Use active voice. It's naturally more direct and punchy than passive voice. And notice how this links back to thinking before you speak.
Ah, yes. Organizing your thoughts first.
That pause helps you distill your message to its essence. It's like a pre-edit. Imagine Alex explaining that complex technical bug to a fellow engineer. Okay, technical deep dive. To a non-technical manager.
Totally different. Analogies, simple terms, focus on the impact, not the code details.
Exactly. That's clarity and conciseness in action. Adapting.
Okay, next up, number 4. Improve your body language. This is huge, often subconscious, but incredibly powerful.
With silent language.
Yeah. It's staggering how much we communicate without saying anything. That stat always gets me. More than half of communication is nonverbal.
Think about that. Over 50%.
Yeah. Your body is constantly talking, even shouting sometimes when your mouth is shut. The majority of the impression people form often comes from cues beyond your words.
And that's precisely why it needs conscious attention. Your posture, your gestures, your facial expressions, they broadcast so much about your inner state. Confidence, openness, engagement, defensiveness. People pick up on these signals instantly, often subconsciously.
So slumping, fidgeting, arms crossed
Can signal disinterest, insecurity, being closed off, even if your words are positive.
while good body language
Can build trust, make you seem approachable, even convey authority. It primes the listener to be receptive.
So how do we consciously improve this? The advice is actionable. Stand tall, use open gestures, and smile when appropriate. Let's unpack those.
Good. Stand tall, not rigid like a soldier.
Right, just good, balanced posture, shoulders back slightly, chin up. It conveys self-assurance.
Open gestures means avoiding crossed arms. Keep hands visible signals honesty. Use natural, expansive movements, not nervous fiddling.
And the smile.
A genuine smile, not forced. It instantly makes you more approachable, radiates warmth, projects confidence. Universal signal for connection.
What about mirroring? I've heard about that.
Ah, yeah. Subtly matching someone's body language. It can build rapport subconsciously, signals you're in sync. And interestingly, improving your body language isn't just about how others see you, it connects to how you feel.
The fake it till you make it idea.
Sort of. There's a feedback loop. Adopting confident posture can actually make you feel more confident. Embodied cognition. Think about great public speakers or politicians. Their nonverbal presence, stance, eye contact, gestures often commands attention more than their words alone. They embody their message.
Masterful body language. Got it. Okay, tip number 5 in this section. Expand your vocabulary.
Now, this one can be misinterpreted.
Right. It's not about collecting obscure words just to sound smart. That's not the point at all.
No.
Experts frame it as acquiring more tools to express yourself. The goal is nuance, precision, accuracy, having the exact right word for the exact right moment.
To capture that precise shade of meaning or emotion, leaving no room for confusion.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is how much difference one precise word can make.
Absolutely. A richer vocabulary lets you move beyond generalizations. You can convey specific emotions, make fine distinctions that simpler language might just blur, like instead of just saying something is bad.
You could say disheartening, frustrating, disappointing, catastrophic, abhorrent.
Exactly. Each paints a different picture, different intensity, different implication. Avoids ambiguity. Get your specific feeling across. The goal, as rhetoricians say, isn't to sound fancy, it's to be precise and impactful. Precision leads to clarity, which leads to strength.
And maybe even helps you think more clearly, that Sapir-Whorf idea.
Well, the connection between language and thought is complex, but yes, having more words might allow for more granular thinking. It gives you more concepts to work with.
Okay, so practically, how do we build this linguistic toolkit?
Good question. The sources suggest solid methods. Try reading daily, learning new words, and noticing how great speakers phrase their thoughts.
Reading widely seems key.
Definitely. Diverse, challenging texts expose you to new words and context. Don't just skim pause, look up unfamiliar words.
Maybe keep a vocabulary journal. Jot them down to find them, use them in a sentence.
Excellent idea. And pay attention to eloquent speakers' podcasts, TED Talks, documentaries. How do they choose their words? How do they phrase things for impact?
Then the crucial step, actually using the new words.
Yes, integrate them. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 words a week. Consciously use them in conversation, emails. Prioritize words that clarify, not complicate. Remember, the aim is better communication, not showing off.
Right. It enhances credibility, invites deeper engagement.
Think of Alex again. Saying, "I feel bad about the delay" is vague.
But I feel disheartened or frustrated or disappointed.
Instantly clear. More specific, allows for a much better, more empathetic response. That's the power of a well-chosen word.
Tailoring and delivering impact and connection.
Okay, moving into our third section, this is all about tailoring and delivering your message for real impact and, crucially, connection. Tip number 6 is a big one. Adjust to your audience.
Absolutely fundamental, non-negotiable, really.
Yeah, yet it's amazing how often we forget it, isn't it? The way you talk to a toddler, your best friend, and your boss. It just can't be the same.
Shouldn't be, yeah.
But that default one-size-fits-all style is such a common trap. Leads to misunderstandings, disengagement, maybe even offense.
And adapting isn't just polite, it's a sign of respect. When you adjust your style, you're acknowledging their background, their knowledge, their emotional state, your relationship.
It meets them where they are.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which boosts comprehension. You're
Yeah.
speaking their language, literally and figuratively. And it builds rapport because they feel seen, understood. The best communicators, they have this almost chameleon-like ability to connect with anyone because they master this adjustment.
So audience analysis is key first, even if it's quick.
Essential prerequisite. Are they experts? Novices? What are their interests? Biases? Their relationship to you? All that must inform your approach.
So what exactly do we adjust? The advice is tone, pace, and choice of words.
Those are the main levers.
Right. So with a child, slower pace, simpler words, gentle tone, maybe playful.
With a close friend, casual tone, faster pace, slang, inside jokes maybe.
But with your boss or a client, more formal tone, measured pace, professional language, no slang.
You got it. It's about meeting them where they are, not making them struggle to meet you.
And this connects back to other skills, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It relies heavily on empathy, which we'll get to, and active listening. You can't adjust effectively if you haven't listened and understood their context first.
Shows emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Boosts persuasion.
Massively. When people feel you get them, they're way more open to your message. Think of Alex explaining that software update again. To the dev team, technical deep dive. To the board.
Completely different. Focus on strategy, ROI, simple language, analogies maybe.
That's audience adjustment in action. Powerful stuff.
Okay, tip 7 brings us to projecting inner strength. Be confident. Easier said than done sometimes.
Especially with nerves, yeah. But the impact is huge.
Experts state it bluntly. Confidence makes people listen.
Think about the opposite, someone speaking hesitantly, voice wavering.
Even a brilliant idea gets undermined.
Right. Their uncertainty makes you, the listener, subconsciously question the idea itself, or at least their conviction in it.
Precisely. Confidence isn't just image, it's conveying conviction in your message. Key components. Speak with a steady voice, avoid filler words like, and believe in what you're saying.
Steady voice projects authority. Filler words.
Signal hesitation, maybe lack of preparation, uncertainty, likes. They distract from the substance, pull focus to your anxiety.
And that core belief.
It radiates outwards. If you truly believe what you're saying, it shows in your tone, your eye contact, your whole demeanor. It's palpable.
But what if you are nervous? That's normal. Totally normal. The advice: practice sounding confident. You'll eventually start feeling it too. Behavior can influence emotion.
How? What tactics?
Deep breathing beforehand calms the nervous system. Power poses, standing tall, hands on hips. Maybe some studies suggest small physiological shifts that boost confidence.
Like Wonder Woman.
Sort of. And mental visualization, vividly imagining yourself delivering confidently, can be a great prep tool.
And confidence links to other tips, too.
Definitely. Positive body language, tip 4, reinforces it. Thinking before speaking, tip 2. Being prepared reduces anxiety and boosts confidence naturally. A steady voice, clear articulation, projects authority, conviction, makes your message land with much more power.
Like Alex presenting that initiative. Maybe not the top expert on every detail, but their sheer belief.
Commands attention, sways opinions. Conviction is infectious.
Engaging and empathizing, building bridges.
All right, final section. This is about the deeply human side. Engaging and empathizing to build strong bridges. Tip number 8 is a cornerstone. Ask questions.
Sounds simple, but incredibly powerful.
Right. We learn it as kids, but often forget its impact as adults. Asking thoughtful questions shows you're not just talking at someone, you're genuinely engaged, curious.
It shifts the dynamic from transmitting to connecting.
Exactly.
And questions do double duty. 1, they keep conversations flowing, prevent awkward silences, natural transitions, prompts for more depth. 2, and this is the relational magic, people love talking about themselves, so asking questions makes them feel valued.
Shows you care about their perspective, their experience.
Right. You're inviting them to share, making them feel important, heard. So questions aren't just for gathering info, they're for building relationships and uncovering needs, sparking ideas.
Good point. We need to think about types of questions, right? Open-ended versus closed.
Big difference. Open-ended questions, the ones you can't answer with yes or no, are gold. They encourage detailed answers, deeper exploration.
So instead of, did you like the project?
Try, what was the most challenging part of that project for you, and how did you tackle it?
Gets much richer information. And go beyond superficial stuff, like not just, how are you?
If you really want to connect, try what's been on your mind lately, or what's a win you're proud of recently. Shows deeper interest.
And this ties back again
to active listening, tip 1, and empathy, tip 9. You can't ask truly insightful questions if you haven't been listening carefully. Strategic questions can uncover needs, clarify misunderstandings before they blow up, even prompt self-reflection in the other person.
What drives innovation too, you mentioned.
Yeah, inquiry can spark new ideas, lead to better problem solving. Think back to Alex at that networking event. The person who hogs the mic versus Alex, who asks great questions and listens.
Alex leaves a way better impression. Memorable, positive.
Undeniably. The power of making someone feel heard.
Okay, tip number 9. This feels like the heart of it all. Practice empathy.
The emotional intelligence score, absolutely.
It's about deliberately trying to understand things from the other person's perspective. Not necessarily agreeing, but grasping their feelings, motivations, context.
Stepping into their world, yeah.
And the impact.
Profound. Transformative. Research shows empathy softens your words, makes you more relatable, and builds stronger connections. Approaching with empathy helps you anticipate reactions, choose language carefully, respond with sensitivity and compassion.
It lets you tailor your message emotionally, not just intellectually.
Exactly. And as experts always say, a little kindness in your communication goes a long way. That kindness, rooted in empathy, de-escalates tension, opens doors, repairs relationships.
Transforms an exchange into a real human interaction.
And we can think about different kinds. Cognitive empathy, understanding perspective, emotional empathy, feeling what they feel, and compassionate empathy, feeling and being moved to help. all vital.
So how do we actively cultivate this? It's not always easy.
No, it takes conscious effort. Start by vividly trying to put yourself in their shoes. Pause before responding. What might they be feeling? Why might they think this? What are their underlying fears or hopes?
Pay attention to nonverbals too.
Crucial. Tip 4. Facial expressions, tone, posture often tell more than words, and validate their feelings, even if you disagree with their stance.
Oh, like saying,
I can see why you feel frustrated, or that sounds really challenging. It acknowledges their emotional reality without necessarily endorsing their position.
got it. And this really ties everything together, doesn't it?
It's the unifying force. Empathy isn't just another tip. It informs how you listen, choose words, adjust to your audience, phrase questions. It elevates everything.
Makes communication truly resonant.
Think of Alex dealing with that colleague's mistake. An accusatory approach, defensive disaster. An empathetic approach, understanding their stress, the pressures.
Leads to a constructive conversation, problem solving together.
Exactly. Preserves dignity, preserves the relationship. Empathy is the game changer.
And finally, our 10th tip, the one that makes all the others stick. Keep practicing.
Essential. Because communication is a skill, not just innate talent.
Right. Debunks that myth of the born communicator. Like any skill, communication improves with consistent, deliberate practice. It's like a muscle.
The more you work it, the stronger it gets. You wouldn't expect to play piano or excel at a sport without practice. Communication is the same.
Needs that commitment to iterative effort.
Absolutely. And this connects to neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change. When you consistently practice these tips,
You're literally rewiring your brain.
you're creating and strengthening neural pathways, making these behaviors more natural, automatic, instinctual. Practice moves them from conscious effort to unconscious competence. It's how they become truly integrated, part of who you are as a communicator.
Okay, so how do we practice without signing up for expensive courses? What are accessible ways?
Great question. Simple things. Speak up more often, join discussions, or even record yourself to see how you sound.
Start in low-stakes situations with friends, family, casual work chats.
Perfect. Seek small opportunities to articulate your thoughts. Engage. Don't shy away from discussions. See them as practice grounds.
And recording yourself, powerful, if maybe a bit awkward at first.
Yeah, can be cringeworthy initially. We've all felt that. But it's incredibly insightful. Use your phone's voice memo. Talk about something you explain a concept.
Then listen back courageously.
Exactly. It gives you invaluable self-observation.
What should we listen for?
Not just words, tone, pace, filler words, ums, confidence levels. If you video record, check body language. Were you clear, concise?
That immediate feedback loop is gold for targeted improvement.
Totally. And it reinforces that consistent, small efforts lead to significant long-term gains. The more you practice these 10 tips, the more natural they become, until you're communicating with fluency, impact, connection you might not have imagined. Think of musicians practicing scales, athletes doing drills.
Communication demands that same dedication. Makes perfect sense. Outro. So there you have it, our deep dive into 10 transformative tips to help you master your message and really elevate your communication. From truly listening to the power of practice, it's a whole toolkit for building better connections.
And the core message really is that communication isn't about talking more, it's about connecting better.
Quality over quantity, intention over instinct.
Yeah.
Yes. And remember, for you listening, you don't need to change everything overnight.
No, start small.
If you commit to applying even just 2 or 3 of these tips, starting today, maybe focus on listening, pausing before speaking, or your body language. You absolutely will start noticing a positive difference in how people respond and how connected you feel.
And if we zoom out, connect this to the bigger picture. Mastering these skills, it doesn't just improve your interactions, it fundamentally changes how you understand yourself and the world. When you can articulate your thoughts clearly and genuinely grasp others' perspectives, you gain deeper insight into your own inner world and the complex realities around us.
That's profound.
It raises an important question, maybe an ethical one. What would a world full of truly empathetic, clear communicators look like? Imagine workplaces with fewer misunderstandings, communities where everyone feels heard, global relations built on precision and kindness. And with better communication comes greater influence. So how do you choose to wield that power responsibly? Striving for truth, clarity, authentic connection.
That is a powerful thought to end on. A real responsibility. This journey to becoming a better communicator It's ongoing, full of learning, growth. Keep exploring, keep practicing, and above all, keep connecting.
Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll catch you next time.